The Robb Report features luxurious products for the most affluent consumers, and the magazine's September issue, no exception, highlighting the Astronomia Sky Watch, valued at nearly $700,000. Joining me right now is Robb Report Editor-in-Chief, Brett Anderson. Brett, good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for joining. Did I say that right? Astronomia?
Astronomia Sky, yes.
So I put it on. This is a heavy watch.
It's very heavy. Yeah, it's 18 karat gold.
So tell us about this watch and the inspiration behind it, given the price tag, $700,000.
This example is actually $580,000.
This is $580,000. Okay.
Orange sapphires. So the price will vary depending on the materials used, but the inspiration behind it was the old, in past centuries they created astronomical watches or clocks that would follow trace the movements of the planets and the stars, and so this is a contemporary version of that.
Right. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful, and you could see all the workings of it on the top, right? You could see actually the way the watch works on top. But my question is, what time is it?
It does actually tell time. So it's a triple-axis tourbillon, side reel triple-axis tourbillon. So it actually moves sideways.
Okay, so
it actually follows the rotation or the revolution of the sun around, or of the Earth around the sun,
right?
Wow. And then also the rotation of the Earth on its axis. And there's also a sapphire moon that turns every 60 seconds.
But all I want to know is the time. I said it's 7:52, but there is a time face in there as well, which I'm always giving you a hard time.
There's a differential gear that keeps the 12 always at the top, even though it's moving around. Wow. The inside face of the watch.
So beautiful.
It's a magnificent, it's a masterpiece of transfer of energy. It has a 60-hour power reserve. It's really a remarkable, wildly creative piece.
But is this fixation on super expensive watches, hasn't it started to fade somewhat?
Not really.
Because men, again, it was not to blame the hedge fund community, but men were obsessed with these extremely expensive watches. And I know that some of the timepiece makers have struggled in recent months, even in the last year, in terms of sales.
Well, there certainly are challenges in the marketplace that watchmakers have had to deal with. Currency fluctuations have been an issue for them, particularly at this level, because that does make a difference. But the creativity continues. They're continuing to develop new pieces like this. But this is art that's centuries old and certainly not going to go away. I mean, economics fluctuate, but Geneva endures.
I feel like this is not the kind of product that the iPhone watch wearer is going to say, oh, I'm not going to buy that watch because I have my iPhone watch.
No, this is a statement piece. I mean,
exactly.
The buyer of this watch is not, obviously there are many ways to tell, other ways to tell time. What this is all about is creativity. It's a work of art. You're buying it because you appreciate what it is.
And you collect it, and like those collectors of watches, right? So the September issue of Robb Report hits newsstands today. Tell us about it. You're celebrating Robb Report's 40th anniversary this year.
We are, and our 40th anniversary will be the October issue next month, which we're very excited about. The last page is shipped today. September is our fashion issue, so you'll find, in addition to some amazing works of art and engineering like this, you'll also find some fantastic new styles from Italy, England, France, as well as some fantastic cars. We have the new Jaguar on the cover as well. So
we talk all about the economy all the time. The high end still doing well, you think? What's the scoop?
I think it is still doing well. I mean, we certainly have been. The people who can afford to spend at the level of things that we cover are continuing to do so. We've certainly seen changes over the last few years since 2008. I think it's more in terms of what people decide to focus on versus how much they're spending.
One thing, real watch collectors and watch fanatics, men custom make their shirts. So one wrist is bigger than the other, so the shirt cuff goes over the watch.
Really? Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
You definitely, with this watch, you will
famously, and race car drivers used to do that.
Loose cuff for this one.
Yeah, you're going to need more space. It's heavy. Yeah. It's a heavy watch, actually. It's so thick. It's absolutely beautiful. $580,000. There you go. It can be yours. And you can check it out in Robb Report. Brett, good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Brett Anderson there. Next.